Hello, everyone. My name is Shay, and today I'll be sharing an overview of my classroom environment, schedule, expectations, and procedures. So let's get started. When presenting the physical classroom environment, it's essential to highlight both the practical elements and the benefits of our classroom design. In my class, we have a layout that includes various learning centers, and we also have a class theme, which is sunshine. It helps creates a welcoming atmosphere and fosters a sense of belonging, encourages social interactions, and support the emotional well-being of each child. So I focus on building positive and predictable learning environment that helps children navigate activities with confidence. Designated areas for cooperative play fosters teamwork and conflict resolution skills, help support the development of relationships. Role playing areas allow children to practice essential social skills like sharing and taking turns. I also provide quiet spaces for children to choose their comfort zone, promoting a sense of agency. And lastly, learning centers encourage autonomy while offering tailored challenges to meet diverse skills. So for schedule, I decided to use one of our daily schedules from my classroom. Um, so I focus on creating a positive and predictable learning environment with a consistent schedule that fosters security. I build a sense of community to help children feel connected, and having a consistent transitions prepared children's by reducing impulsive behaviors and maintaining calmness in the classroom. I also include a built-in breaks for stress relief, which is usually sometimes during large group activity and circle time. It allows my children to manage their energy and focus. And finally, my well rounded schedule balances structured and unstructured play, providing both safety and opportunities for challenge. And then, as for expectations, I did come up with classroom rules, class routines and responsibilities, and communication, as well as social interactions with each other. For expectations, I created a positive and predictable learning environment through consistent routines that provide structure. Um, Teaching respectful communication helps children build essential social skills and foster positive relationships. These predictable routines also support self regulations, enabling smoother transitions between activities and reducing stress. And ultimately, promoting respectful interactions contributes to an emotional, safe, and challenging learning environment. So, when it comes to procedures, I broke it down with the most challenging transitions in my classroom. So the first one I chose is arrival slash breakfast routines. Um, so for this one, I focus building a positive, predictable learning environment where knowing what to expect help children feel secure and ready to learn. I strive to make each child feel seen and valued, which supports relationships develop, along with like having a conversations about their night or weekend with parents as well. And by setting clear responsibilities and expectations, I foster independence for each of my children's. Predictable routines further reduce anxiety, ensuring students to know what to anticipate during the day or during that moment. And finally, I encourage students to take on small responsibilities such as um, washing their own hands, serving their own food, helping each other out to clean toys, all those small responsibilities to create a safe yet challenging learning environment. So, procedure two is the transitioning from indoor to outdoor. This is one of another hard transitions for my classroom, but like I mentioned, having a consistent routine and structure, um, these are the expectations that I would see from my children. Building a positive and predictable learning environment that fosters order and security during this time. It creates opportunities for students to connect and develop relationships. It also helps build self regulation and encourage positive interactions as they help each other during cleanup. Because usually, once they're done cleaning in their area, they usually tell me I'm done cleaning and they start sitting down by the door. But usually, if I do see that, I tell the children's or the child to like, oh, we're not done cleaning, please find a toy and help other friends put toys away. So I usually don't allow all my students, my children, sit at the door until everything's all cleaned up. And as a result, children will feel more relaxed and secure while minimizing the risk of accidents, confusions in the classroom. So that was my procedure two. So for my procedure three, it's from coming from outdoor to indoor transitions. It's basically almost the same as my procedure two, but for this one, learning for building a positive and predictable learning environment, I help children understand the rhythm and structure of their day. Um, this approach provides opportunities for communication and cooperation, development of meaningful relationships. I emphasize self regulation, patience, and respect for others to foster positive behaviors and social interactions throughout outdoor going to indoor. And additionally, my strategies allow children time to mentally transition between activities, reduce stress, and preparing them for a new experience, such as, like, for example, from coming inside after washing their hands and sitting at their table. That's when they have to like relax, take a deep breath, and prepare to learn or do more activities after drinking water. And ultimately, this comprehensive framework minimizes the risk of accidents or conflicts and creating a safe and enriching learning environment for all my children. And for procedure four, it's one of my favorite time of the day, which is circle time. Circle time is usually the part where I do a bunch of activities, do large group, and also this is the point where if I notice that there's been stress going around in my classroom, this is where I start bringing them in to reduce the stress and take breathers. So I enable children to anticipate changes smoothly. This creates opportunities for them to reconnect and reflect with one another during circle time. I also support positive behaviors and preparing them for constructive interaction during activities. And as I mentioned before, additionally, I provide moments for students to pause, breathe, and prepare both mentally and emotionally, which help reduce stress. And my kids love this part too because sometimes I do let them know, like, today is a hard day. Let's practice our yoga breathing. I would also put some yoga music in the background and help them like teach them breathing techniques, and I also taught them namaste. And ultimately, this framework creates a safe space for reflection, preparation, and meaningful engagement with others. For my safety plan, I went for monthly fire drills, lockdown procedures, and we also have a open closing checklist for us staff or teachers in the classroom to go through. It helps reassures children that their surroundings are well organized. Collaborative activities foster a sense of community, helping students learn to rely on one another for safety. And safety drills teach discipline and promote self regulations, especially during stressful times. And by rehearsing safety plans, children feel more prepared and less anxious about the unknown. And ultimately, this creates a safe and challenging learning environment where students feel protected and cared for, knowing that they are established, there is established plans in places to keep them safe. So, in conclusions, a well structured classroom environment coupled with a clear schedule fosters a sense of stability and predictability for students. And together, these elements create a safe space where students can thrive academically and socially, allowing them to engage meaningful with their learning and with each other. And that brings to the end of my presentation. And I hope you guys, thank you all for listening to my presentation. Aloha.